Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show. We have a special guest today. It's Tom Dragmaster. He's a graduate of Western New Mexico and also the color for this last weekend of the Western volleyball and football. What a great weekend.
It was like a double header because I got to go to homecoming, plus I got to work. And it was great. You know, we met a lot of new people at Western. It's changed a lot, you know, because I graduated in '62. That's several years ago, and we won't get into how many. But they made a lot of great changes on the campus, and we lucked out. We were there Thursday for a volleyball game, and Saturday we did a volleyball game at 1, and then we did the football game at 6. And it was homecoming, and I got to see Ray Cross, who got into the Hall of Honor there. And Ray Cross was a football player back in the 60s and 70s, but you might have heard of his brother Irv Cross, who played for Northwestern, for the Philadelphia Eagles, and him and Brett Musburger had an NFL show, you know, every week when he retired. And so that was good. And we actually were from the same area. I'm from Illinois, he's from Indiana, but Illinois, I'm right on the border of Indiana. And then Ray was in Hammond, I was in Calumet City, right south Chicago. And we probably lived about 5 miles apart. So that was cool. And then the other cool thing about it was Thursday, the volleyball team won. They were 3-9 going in, and then they won the first game. And then Saturday, they beat St. Mary's, and these are both conference schools for them in volleyball. And then they wound up 4-10 after we left. And then Western hadn't won. They were 0-4, and that was their first win in football. So they were very excited because they didn't win last year either. And last year they made a total turnaround. They hired the coach way late, and he got rid of about 40 kids that weren't his type. You know, he wanted some kids that were going to do what he did. And he's done a great job from what I've seen. And his name is Frank Tristan. And he's got the kids playing well, and they really played well, and they looked good. They behaved. And it was a great game. And of course, Silver City's a neat little town in southwestern New Mexico, but it's in the mountains. It's about 6,000 feet high, and so that means it's not as hot as some of the desert cities. This is a high desert, and so it was good. And they're trying to do more stuff. And the reason we're doing their games now is Scott Noble, their new athletic director from last year, he's trying to do things more locally than he is getting your players from Arizona or California. He's trying to get to our metro area to get some players from Albuquerque. And right now their football team has one from Albuquerque, and he's a defensive back for them, and he played at Albuquerque High. His name is Jonathan Martinez, and he's a D-back, and he's a senior, so he'll be gone. So they need to get some more, but there's about 7 kids from New Mexico, but they want to get that a lot. That's their number one priority, Mr. Noble told me, the athletic director.
Well, let me inform the people, you know, ProView is doing all the home football games and volleyball games, also all the home basketball and women's and men's basketball, right, for this year. And Scott Noble is really, like you said, is really trying to get New Mexico kids to play and represent the state of New Mexico, right, and that's part of the reason, you know, we're doing those games live on channel 26.
Yeah, and plus the internet, and then you know, he did.
Plus, it's your alma mater. I mean,
I like him to start playing some athletics again because they've been in a hole for quite a while now, and they're trying to get out. So I hope they make it, because I never regret going there, and I'd do it all over again. And like Gary was saying, how long he's a New Mexican. Well, I'm more native than a lot of New Mexicans here because I came here in 1958.
Well, don't age yourself, okay? All right.
Yeah.
Let's keep that.
I didn't say how old I was in '58, but anyway, I haven't left. Yeah, I've lived here the rest of my life. Good.
It's been going with, let's talk about the fanfare. I guess, this was homecoming, a team that, like you said, didn't win last year, hasn't won a game this year, and you got to give credit to the Western fans.
Because it was packed. The stadium, it doesn't hold a ton of people, and they only have seats on one side, because the other side, there's houses there, and the people, they have their parties and watch the game from their houses. But it was packed, and of course, homecoming, they had their honors banquet, and they have a parade. I don't think I was the only one that got up in time to go to the pancake cook and the breakfast, but
well, we have working people. We don't
Yeah.
we have people that actually have to do things. So.
no, they were sleeping. They weren't working, because the pancake was at 8 in the morning on Friday, and we didn't have a game. We did some interviews. We interviewed the volleyball coach, Holly Watts, and she's new. She was from UTEP. She coached at UTEP
And
last year.
she split this weekend.
Yeah,
Right.
she split, and it was so, because we had Friday, we had time, and we did 2 shows, and you'll see it on our channel with Holly, and then also with Frank Tristan we did, and then he had one of the boys on there, and I'll tell you what, this kid played for Cobre in Bayard, New Mexico, and he was second in leading tackles, and he did a great job, boy. I was really impressed with him, and his name is James Lee, and he played for Cobre High School, and he's from Bayard, which is 8 miles from Silver City, and he was a defensive lineman. So that's what they're talking about, getting kids that people will know and familiar with New Mexico, and he had like 9 tackles, and that's what kind of helped him, because the quarterback from Texas Permian Basin, he could run, boy. He led their team in running and passing. I mean, he was their, and I had my stats ended, at the end of the third quarter, and I didn't get the final ones, but that the one from, he was the leading. In the first 3 quarters, he had a net running gain of 144 yards he gained, but he got sacked, and he lost 35 when he was trying to pass. And then passing, of course, he was their leader. They played 3 quarterbacks, but he was the one that Caleb Leak, he went in, and they had a quarterback from Artesia. His name was Null, which is a pretty familiar name in Artesia. At one time, I think the superintendent was Null. And but anyway, he had a rough start, because they turned the ball over right away on the first play, and Western picked it up for a touchdown. It was a fumble, and it wasn't his fault, but then the next time it was his fault. He threw an interception, and so Western got ahead real quick, 13-0. They blocked a punt that had that too.
Well, Tom, we're going to go to the Dream Style Top 10 Plays of the Week, and we're going to come back and show some highlights of what you just described.
Oh, that'd be great.
Some of those yards right there, right up the middle, and he's looking at an easy run, one man to beat, beats him for the touchdown. 45-yard touchdown by Ortiz.
First down and goal from the 10. Play action and a fade to the end zone. And well, there he is.
Block punt. Let's see if the Mustangs can scoop and score. Scoop and score the touchdown with Western New Mexico. Number 20, CJ Bionis. Bowers a play fake. Throwing to Colson in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Hot man, and why not? Looking hot, looking into the end zone, and his second touchdown already.
Headed that's 2-0.
And I think it's Johnson, and it is.
So 3rd down and goal, and it's a keeper for Smith. He broke a tackle, and he's into the end.
Holy fumble. Hit by Calhoun. Ball is fumbled.
Head is one, look out, Garcia's loose. Garcia to goal for the lead, 1-0.
Go play action, rolling out to the right. Now he's going to run with it and break some tackles. Lowers his head into the end zone. What a run by Isaiah Chavez. Wow.
Hey, welcome back to the Steve Dave Show. We have Tom Dragmaster, former
Former student?
Student? I was going to know. I was going to say
Well, I was a
former
student
graduate.
athlete,
and,
a student
You were a
athlete,
student
though.
athlete from
Because I
Western.
did play basketball and baseball there. I played football in high school, but I didn't in college. It's hard to play 3 sports in college, and the only reason I could do it at that time is like our baseball schedule was only, like we only played like 28 games, and they were all on weekends, well, Friday, Saturday, mostly. So, but it was a great time I had. I would never change that.
I tell you, we have some highlights right now of some of this. Let's just kind of watch these highlights of Western New Mexico.
This volleyball against St. Mary's, this is the one that Western won.
The match out 6-2. First set. Tiskerich has it blocked at the net, and they're just putting it right where you're getting it over. Oh, it's a great kill. The first game yesterday. They're here joining. Just got it over the net there.
Oh,
And Tiskerich dig out was been the best rally the set here. Augustine with the kill. Set point. Try to do that. The AI is served and side out Western. That'll be it. That's going to be. Augustine with another kill. Hitter from New Braunfels, Texas. Augustine with some finesse this time. Side out Western. She's just playing a great. She gets it over to try and set up Augustine. Oh, another. Oh, that's a beautiful block at the net. It's a good block. Second set. Trying to set up the outside hitter now. Oh, what a dig out there by Gabby Lau. Oh, not this time. No, it's out. Many lead changes so far. Trying to set. Oh, what a kill by Mock. A few good hitters. Trying to slide over to the middle was the Ias. Augustine just taps it over, side out. Great dig out there by Gabby Lau. Setting up the outside hitter, Moss. That's it. That will do it. That's KK. Moss digs it out. Augustine. Boom. Oh, what a kill by Augustine. Campoli and let it go. She does. Slide over. That's a beautiful Culp. Now again the back row. Sights. Oh, beautiful placement. Tolbert. That's a beautiful kill by him. That's a beautiful kill. Sliding over. What a save. That's a great dig out there. Dang. I just missed timing there. The pass wasn't good enough to get that kill. Oh, beautiful.
That
a
was
good
a
serve.
beauty.
Maggie Rowe. Oh, that's a beautiful kill, coach. Trying to set up Augustine. Puts it over. Finesse. Oh, it's a great kill. But great kill. Payne couldn't. Jasmine Sims the serve. Moss the kill. It has been. Leon will serve on match point here. That's it. That's it. Western.
Big spot. They started the match out 6-2.
First set. Tiskerich has it blocked at the net.
saying it was.
Yeah, that'll do it for the first set. Trying to set up the middle hitter, they'll go with the outside hitter. And one beautifully in the back row by McNeil of St. Edward's, blocked at the net. Another block, side out to Madison Mish. Aaron Moss gets it over the net. Smalls tries to St. Edward's. It's just a beautiful serve there. And Gabby Augustine and Star, beautiful job by Camp-Reed at 15, not set point yet. Oh, that's a great kill. Trying to set up the middle hitter, and that will be the set. And that will Grant the back row. Middle hitter has it. Mendez, the ball has it blocked beautifully by Grant, trying to set up Smalls, but has it blocked beautifully by Kim, by Delaney Seitz. Great job. It's just a great job by number one. Ferrand will serve for St. Edward's. Austin, great kill. Grant tried to.
Wow, that was a
That's
great
just got
kill.
a great kill and a great set there. Great get a kill. Well, you mentioned the size that they have, and they're put it to good use here. Great job. Got over by McAndrew. Blocked. Oh, great hustle by Grant to dig it out in the back row. Gabby Loud digs that out. Oh, but Grant again with a diving dig. Just too much. Austin the dig in the back row. Oh, that's a great, that's a beautiful setup. Oh, wow, what power. Back row Grant.
Good block there. Wow.
Hey, welcome back to Steve Davis Show. We've got Tom Dragmaster here, and give me a little feedback on that volleyball.
On the volleyball, you know, like against St. Mary's, they were ready. I mean, both teams were ready, and there was one girl from Western. Her name was Augustine, Bria Augustine, and she had 15 kills in the games in the match.
When you
And
saw that, I mean,
Western-
we saw those highlights. I mean,
you saw it.
She could elevate pretty high.
Right. She was number 5, and she was the kill leader. And they won in the 3 sets. They won 3-zip. They 25-18, 25-17, and 25-22. And so that was pretty good. And they were very happy afterwards. The girls were excited. And the game on Saturday, they were outmanned by St. Edward's. St. Edward's, everybody on their team could kill. They were just big and good, and it was we just couldn't hang with them. But it was very exciting to watch.
Well, that court looked a little familiar, right?
Yeah, it's Drag's court. That's my brother, Dick Dragmeister, and they named the court after him. And of course, he's in their Hall of Fame. He's in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference Hall of Fame. I wish he was here.
That court, I mean, I know it's
the
in great condition.
Yeah, and it's the same court that I played on when I was playing there. So, you know, it's 60, 65 years old probably.
So this was a really big homecoming weekend for you.
Yeah, it was very good. I went last year for the first time in a while because I was running the football stadium for APS and I didn't get to go, but it was fun.
Well, Tom, we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back and we're going to look at some football highlights.
Sounds great.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Hey, welcome back to the Steve Davis Show. We got Tom Dragmaster here. We're going to go watch some highlights of that great victory that they had on homecoming weekend.
Yes.
So block punt. The Let's see if the Mustangs can scoop and score. Scoop and score the touchdown with Western New Mexico. Number 20, C.J. Bionis, the freshman, according to Western New Mexico. Screen set up, nearly intercepted, bounced off a helmet. One of the offensive linemen picks it up and a fumble, and I believe Western got that at the 26. First and 10. Hand out to Williams, big hole up the middle. Williams still on his feet. Touchdown, DeAndre Williams. 27-yard touchdown. Hand up the middle. Trying to drive the pile, touchdown, I believe.
The ball's out.
Let's see.
I don't know if he fumbled.
Gabe Nelson was driving his feet. I'm sorry if I call that a TD. It looked like
Again, you don't get it. I wish.
Oh, leak. Fumble. Hit by Calhoun.
Top 10 plays.
Yes, that was the boy from Bayer, number 2. That was him. That was James Lee, and he was in on a lot of tackles.
Nice touchdown there.
Yeah, and they had 2 number 3s. That was wide receiver Elijah Jones. The other 3, Rooney Whitty, is a defensive linebacker who also played a good game. There was a lot. Western had 6 turnovers. They should have scored more in the first half. They had a couple chances.
Their defense stepped up, didn't they?
Yes.
Because it looked like they were driving and they made.
But this was the big one. This one killed them. Do you see how long that was?
Right.
It was from the 1 or 2 yard line. It was like 98 yards.
Foul the play fake. Looking on the fade pattern.
That was Caleb Leak. That was the quarterback that ran that one.
Yes. Oh, Hall of Famer Ray Cross. Ray, fumble on the play. All right. Ray, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on your induction into the Western New Mexico Hall of Fame. And it's one you left here in Silver City for sure.
Thank you.
Williams up. 4th down, caught, touchdown. All right. So they go for it on 4th and 3, and they convert. Leak back to pass. Throwing to the left corner of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Leak the play fake. Looks, pass batted up in the air. It's intercepted. The 5th turnover. Foul to the play fake. Throwing to Colson in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. What a foul to hand off to Vincent Brown. Fumble the football. It's 31 UT Permian Basin's ball. Bauer the handoff to Williams. Williams might have the edge. Cuts it back.
Well, what a great weekend you had there, Tom.
I had a really lovely weekend. I wish Josh was a little under the weather, but he made it through. He was a trooper. And then with my basketball coach, he had a thing for a lot of the people he was having a breakfast at his house. And but he was having it at 9, and our guys wanted to get back to watch the Cowboys get blasted, so we came back.
Well, Tom, hey, thanks a lot. Come on, we'll do some more commentating and talk more about Western next time.
That's cool.